Inside the hotel navigator, concierge book the tickets for the 1800, 6 p.m. show. That affords a remarkable sunset backdrop, albeit, the solar load remains strong until the sun is just above the horizon. The navigator was able to send the payment link via WhatsApp, where you can use credit, debit, PayPal and others. Once you have your QR code, you need to show up about 1700/5 p.m. and collect the tickets. We recommend you go straight to the amphitheater since the best seats will fill up swiftly, no seat reservations. My wife and I have seen it several times before. It was the first time for Art Winds, now a dozen years old. Perched 50 meters above the sea, the setting is impressive and memorable. You might want to bring a light seat cushion as the stone and wood structure is unyielding. Well worth the reasonable ticket price, we highly recommend the Uluwatu Temple Kecak Dance. I've been to Bali so many times, but this was actually my first time watching the Kecak and Fire Dance at Uluwatu, and wow, it did not disappoint. We got the 6 p.m. tickets and honestly, that's the best time to go. You get to watch the show while the sun sets, which makes everything feel extra magical. The amphitheater overlooking the ocean is already amazing, but the performance itself is something else. Super cultural, very Balinese, and I loved how they use human voices instead of musical instruments. The whole kak chant really pulls you into the story. It's a cool mix of Hindu mythology, fire dancing and trance rituals plus some funny acts in between that keep the vibe light. Overall, such a unique experience and definitely something you shouldn't miss when you're in Uluwatu. Totally worth it. The show and the dancing themselves are very exciting. Around 50 men sing at the same time, and dancers in fascinating costumes come onto the stage. The fire show was truly impressive. However, I have to mention that the audience was not the best. During our show it started to rain a little, really very lightly and for a very short time, and the crowd went into a sort of mass hysteria. People tried to leave the stands, umbrellas were opened, blocking the view of those sitting behind. The rain wasn't bad at all and lasted only a few minutes. It would be nice to see more respect shown toward the performers. Also, throughout the entire performance, people around us kept talking to each other, and the chatter never stopped. It felt like many of them had never been to a show before. Wow, just wow. An incredible story told on the side of a cliff top at sunset. Whilst the organization getting into the venue is questionable and they fill every inch with bodies, safety anyone? The event is just a feast for the eyes. A cultural storytelling masterclass that has to be seen to understand its magnitude. Be warned, however, the monkeys that reside around the temple this event is located in are master thieves. They'll steal anything visible, glassed, hats and phones. Saw at least 5 people lose one or more items to the blighters and even had my own phone knocked out of my hand, but thankfully it was dropped so I got it back quickly. Despite the risks, it's a must-see. Absolutely loved it.